Imagine earning an extra $500 to $1,500 per month, all from designs you create once and sell repeatedly, without ever touching inventory. That's the dream print-on-demand, or POD, promises, a low-risk side hustle that appears almost passive. Influencers paint a picture of effortless income, showing off dashboards with impressive sales figures. But what do those numbers really mean when you factor in costs, competition, and the sheer effort required to even get noticed? By 2026, the landscape has evolved significantly. The set it and forget it fantasy is more distant than ever. This isn't just about throwing a design on a t-shirt. It's about strategic thinking, persistent effort, and a deep understanding of market dynamics. Before you invest a dime, let's peel back the layers and see what's truly possible and what's pure hype, because the reality might surprise you, especially when we look at the actual profit margins. At its core, print-on-demand is a business model where you partner with a third-party supplier to customize products with your unique designs. When a customer places an order, the supplier prints the design onto the product, packages it, and ships it directly to the customer. You never hold inventory, handle shipping, or manage returns. This significantly lowers your startup costs and risks compared to traditional e-commerce. Common products include t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, phone cases, and wall art. You essentially act as the designer and marketer, while the pod company handles the manufacturing and fulfillment. Popular platforms for this include Printful, Printify, Gelato, and for specific niches, Merch by Amazon. It sounds simple, right? But the real challenge isn't the technical setup. It's finding customers willing to pay for your specific designs, which is where many hopeful entrepreneurs stumble, especially when considering the sheer volume of competitors. One of Pod's biggest appeals is its low barrier to entry. You don't need thousands for inventory. However, low cost doesn't mean no cost. Expect to invest around $100 to $300 to get started effectively. This typically breaks down into several areas. Design software, Adobe Creative Cloud, various plans, e.g., Illustrator Single App around $22.99 per month, or Creative Cloud, all apps around $59.99 per month, or free alternatives like Canva for basic designs, a paid Etsy shop subscription, or Shopify plan. Etsy listings are 20 cents each. Shopify starts around $29 per month if you build your own store, and potentially a small budget for mockups or initial marketing. You might also want to buy a sample of your own product to ensure quality, which could be $15 to $40 per item. While you can technically start with $0 using free tools and platforms, your chances of success are significantly lower without these foundational investments. The real cost, however, isn't just monetary. It's the time investment, which we'll break down next. The phrase passive income is often associated with pod, but that's a misnomer, especially in the beginning. Expect to dedicate a significant amount of time, particularly in the first 3 to 6 months. Initial setup, including market research, design creation, store setup, and product listing, can easily consume 10 to 20 hours per week. Once your store is live, you'll still need 5 to 10 hours per week for ongoing tasks. Creating new designs, updating listings, managing customer service, and, crucially, marketing. Neglecting these ongoing efforts is a common mistake. For example, creating 50 quality designs could take 100 to 200 hours alone. You're essentially running a small business. The passive part only kicks in much later, after you've built a strong brand and a substantial catalog of profitable designs. And even then, true passivity is rare. Continuous optimization is key, which leads us to the critical aspect of market research. This is arguably the most critical step and where many newcomers fail. You cannot simply make designs you like and expect them to sell. You need to identify an underserved or passionate niche. Think specific hobbies, e.g., amateur mushroom foraging, occupations, e.g., forensic accounting humor, or highly specific fandoms. Tools like Etsy's search bar, Google Trends, and even Pinterest can help identify popular themes. Look for keywords with decent search volume but not overwhelming competition. For example, instead of dog owner t-shirt, try Bernese Mountain Dog owner gifts. A good niche is narrow enough to stand out, but broad enough to have a consistent customer base. Spend at least 20 to 30 hours on this phase before you even think about designing. Your designs might be brilliant, but if there's no demand, They won't sell, and you'll quickly learn that a great product in the wrong market is a recipe for failure. Once you have your niche, it's time to design. Quality and originality are paramount. Avoid copyrighted material at all costs. A legal challenge can quickly derail your business. Focus on clean, eye-catching designs that resonate with your target audience. If design isn't your strength, consider hiring a freelance designer on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr for $20 to $50 per design, though this adds to your startup costs. After designs are ready, high-quality mockups are essential. These are realistic images showing your design on a product, often worn by a model. Free mockup generators exist, but paid services or templates often look more professional. Good mockups are your storefront. They convince customers to click. Without compelling visuals, even the best design will be overlooked, which is a hard lesson for many who rush this crucial visual step, leading directly to disappointing sales figures. Choosing the right platform is critical. Etsy is excellent for handcrafted, unique, and niche products, often with a built-in audience actively searching for gifts or specific items. Its fees are reasonable, 20 cents per listing, plus a 6.5% transaction fee and payment processing fees. Shopify offers more control and branding opportunities, but requires you to drive all your own traffic, meaning more marketing effort. Its basic plan is $39 per month, plus transaction fees. Merch by Amazon is another option, but it's invite-only and highly competitive. For beginners, Etsy often provides a quicker path to initial sales due to its existing marketplace. Each platform has its pros and cons regarding visibility, control, and fees. Understanding these differences is key, because picking the wrong platform can severely limit your reach and profit potential, especially when we start looking at the actual numbers. Let's talk real money. A standard t-shirt might cost you $10 to $15 from a pod supplier. If you sell it for $25, your gross profit is $10 to $15. From that, you deduct platform fees, e.g., Etsy's 8% total fee, or $2 on a $25 sale, leaving you with $8 to $13. Now, add marketing costs. If you run Etsy ads at 50 cents per click and need 20 clicks for one sale, that's $10 right there. Your net profit per shirt could drop to $0 to $3. This is why volume and niche pricing are so vital. To make $500 per month, you might need to sell 150 to 200 t-shirts at a $2.50 net profit each. This isn't easy. While some successful sellers achieve $8 to $15 net profit per item, it's usually after significant optimization and brand building. Many newcomers are shocked by how quickly their perceived profit shrinks after all expenses, leading to the common myth we need to debunk. The biggest myth is that Pod is a get-rich-quick scheme or source of easy passive income. It's not. It requires consistent effort, strategic thinking, and continuous learning, much like any other legitimate business. The market is saturated with generic designs and low-effort stores. To stand out, you need unique designs, excellent customer service, and proactive marketing. Many people hear stories of someone making $10,000 in their first month and think it's the norm. These are outliers, often with prior marketing experience or a pre-existing audience. For the average American starting from scratch, expect slow growth and modest returns in the first 6 to 12 months. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and understanding that up front will save you from significant disappointment and potential financial losses, especially if you fall into the trap of neglecting customer feedback. Even with great designs, customers won't find you magically. You need a marketing strategy. For Etsy, optimizing your titles and tags with relevant keywords is crucial for organic search. Consider running Etsy ads, but start with a small budget, $5 to $10 per day, and monitor performance closely. For Shopify stores, social media marketing, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok is vital. Create engaging content that showcases your products and resonates with your niche. Building an email list to send promotions is also effective. Don't underestimate the power of word of mouth and customer reviews. Encourage them. A customer who loves your product is your best marketer. The key is consistent effort across multiple channels. Without a plan to get eyeballs on your products, they're just digital files sitting on a server, never reaching their potential buyers, which is a mistake that costs many their entire investment. One common, costly mistake is neglecting customer service and product quality. Here's what happens. A seller focuses only on uploading hundreds of designs, using cheap pod providers, and ignoring customer messages. A customer orders a t-shirt. It arrives with a faded print or a misprint, and they try to contact the seller. No response. What follows? Negative reviews, chargebacks, and potentially having your store suspended by Etsy or Shopify. This isn't just about losing one sale. It damages your entire brand and reputation, making it exponentially harder to attract new customers. Always use reliable pod providers. Order samples to check quality and respond promptly and professionally to all inquiries. A single bad review can negate the positive impact of dozens of good ones. Prioritizing quality and customer satisfaction might seem like extra work, but it's an investment in your long-term success, especially when you consider scaling. Once you've achieved consistent sales, you can start thinking about scaling. This involves expanding your product line within your niche, exploring new but related niches, or diversifying across platforms. For example, if your Bernese Mountain Dog t-shirts are selling well on Etsy, consider adding mugs, phone cases, or even digital prints, and then potentially launching a dedicated Shopify store to capture more direct sales. You might also explore advertising on platforms like Facebook or Google. Automation tools for design creation or social media posting can free up your time. Remember, scaling requires reinvesting profits back into your business, whether that's for better design tools, more effective advertising, or hiring a virtual assistant for customer service. It's a continuous cycle of testing, learning, and optimizing, but it requires a solid foundation, which brings us to the ultimate takeaway. Print on demand in 2026 is still a viable side hustle for everyday Americans, but only if approached with realistic expectations and a strong work ethic. It's not passive income from day one, and it's certainly not a get-rich-quick scheme. Success hinges on deep niche research, high-quality unique designs, effective marketing, and unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction. Expect to invest significant time up front and understand that profit margins can be slim if not managed strategically. For most, an extra $200 to $700 per month is a more realistic initial goal within the first year, growing with consistent effort. The biggest takeaway? Treat it like a real business, not just a hobby. If you found this honest look at print on demand valuable, please consider subscribing for more realistic strategies to boost your income.